Obama is visiting USC this afternoon, causing quite the standstill at the streets of Los Angeles.
Meanwhile, Titans here on campus are preparing for a grueling week of finals, and commencement is just around the corner, leaving the graduates of the class of 2014 waiting in anticipation to celebrate their success. OC News starts now.
Hello and welcome to OC News. I'm Rebecca Walzak.
And I'm Dylan Lujano. OC News is brought to you by the broadcast journalism students of Cal State Fullerton. An arsonist continues to set fires at the Muckenthaler Cultural Center in Fullerton. The seventh intentional fire in the past month was set this past Monday. Officials say the arsonist is setting bigger and bigger fires, possibly an indication of growing ambition. OC News reporter Kristen Goodwillie obtained some exclusive footage that just might help police find the arsonist.
I'm at the Muck Outdoor Amphitheater in Fullerton, where an arsonist started a fire on this very stage 2 days ago. You can see all of the remnants behind me. This is the seventh fire that has started at the Muck in the past month.
The arsonist started a fire somewhere around here, and in about 10-20 minutes it was completely burned. It's hard to fathom a reason why anyone would be directly targeting us for something that we've done. We are a major force for good in this community.
This arsonist has caused around $25,000 worth of damage to the Muck. And those who work there ask that anyone with any information about this arsonist please come forward.
We're calling out to the community for any help in ending this arson spree. If anyone knows anything or saw something around the 4:30 time span on the corner of Euclid and Malvern, it would be a tremendous help if you could just report anything.
Here are some images of the suspect caught on security cameras around the area. It is a woman wearing a baseball cap and white backpack who is thought to be either Caucasian or Latina. From OC News, I'm Kristen Goodwillie.
A Fullerton resident is dead after his car flipped over late last night in a crash. A preliminary investigation showed the man was driving east on East Malvern Avenue near a burning tree road at high speed. According to the Fullerton Police Department, the car flipped, landing on the roof of the barranca alongside the roadway. The driver was pronounced dead at the scene, and police do not know if drugs or alcohol played a role in the crash. His name has not been released pending notification of family.
President Barack Obama is expected to arrive in Los Angeles this afternoon to attend a political event and a USC gala. The president is scheduled to attend a fundraiser in Bel Air and then head over to a hotel in Century City to receive an award from the USC Shoah Foundation, presented by Steven Spielberg. Traffic advisories are in place as the president's visit is expected to cause major street closures in downtown Los Angeles.
The time has come again for students to lose their mind as they cram over finals. I'm one of them. We have our own Sarah Taranirod at the TSU, which might be a haven for many students studying for finals.
Hey guys, yes, I am here at the TSU patio where students are either studying or taking a break from their studies for final. The TSU is open 24 hours, started May 5th, and it's going all the way to the end of next week. So if the library isn't cutting it for you, it's been pretty crowded there. The TSU is a perfect spot. As you can see, there's a lot of space here. The students are at a calm area with a nice breeze. It's a great study area. They're giving away free meals, prizes, and even massages. So give the TSU a shot, guys, and happy studying.
And as finals come to a close, 'tis the season to start donning caps and gowns, and students will start walking with a little extra pomp and circumstance. Graduation is next weekend, and the campus of CSUF is working hard in preparation for the ceremony. We have our own Alexis Moffitt on the scene with more.
As you can see, Cal State Fullerton has been setting up for the much anticipated graduation ceremony. The two ceremonies will be taking place next weekend, one of them being the university ceremony, which will start at 8 a.m. outside of Titan Gym. I'm actually standing outside of the natural science and mathematics ceremony. It will take place at 9:30, as well as all the other program ceremonies, so make sure you check where yours is going to be. If you need to find more info out about Commencement, it's going to be at fullerton.edu/commencement. For family and friends, here's some helpful tips. Arrive early, bring your cameras, and don't forget your tickets at home. This is a special day for everyone, and for my fellow Titan graduates, just get through finals week. You're almost there, and happy graduation, and have a great summer. Back to
Credit card debt among college students is increasing every year. Many consumer advocates are recommending young people use credit cards wisely. Jose Campos has the latest.
The choice between paying with cash or using a credit card may seem straightforward. However, it has become a controversy for many students who have fell behind on their loan payments. Although using credit cards still may be an issue for many people, some Cal State Fullerton students believe that using them for any transaction is just a faster way.
I prefer using credit cards just because it's a lot easier. I don't have to rumple through my purse for all the change or for any of the cash.
While some people say that lending companies are just targeting the young population to sell their products, a big number of students still consider that it's important to know their credit card regulations and use them responsibly.
I recommend, as long as you pay it off every month, you should be fine. And it's a way of building your credit too. So when you're out of college and you want to actually apply for an apartment, you'll be able to because you have good credit. Unless you screw that up and don't pay off your debt bills and you're getting into debt, then you'll basically be screwing yourself. So it's all about responsibility.
Although many students may have many choices in the market, consumer advocates remind everyone that creating a budget and understanding the credit card fees are just two simple ways to avoid any future debt.
Make sure you pay off your credit card, and I guess try to carry cash more. I feel like my mom has told me, oh, you should try living off $20 a day or something, and it definitely helped when I tried to do that, but I haven't, so I would recommend that.
According to an article published in Indianapolis Reporter newspaper, over 80% of college students have at least one credit card, and these numbers increase every year. For OC News, I'm Jose Campos reporting.
Students at CSUF had the opportunity to attend a field trip in Los Angeles where they could participate in a networking conference with some TV executives. We have our own Sarah Tirana-Rod with more.
It's been a bit of a cooler this week, and it's looking like a warming trend will be coming up this weekend. Amanda Newell has more.
right, afternoon, everyone. It's been a bit cooler and breezy these past few days, a much different weather compared to last week. But as we get to the weekend, the current weather temperatures will be a bit warmer. So let's go ahead and take a look at your current temperatures here in Fullerton. And it's currently right now 66 degrees. The low tonight will be about 55, nice and cool. Open up those windows for that nice breeze at night. I love it. I like to cuddle in my bed. And it's at 14 miles per hour, the wind speed. Sunset will be at 7:40. So it's staying lighter later. Enjoy, go out for a walk, a run, exercise, enjoy it. And now we'll go ahead and take a look at the 5-day temperature, 5-day forecast, where on Thursday it's going to be 73. And then on Friday it's going to be partly cloudy, but it's warming up at 75. And into the weekend it's definitely warming up. Saturday's at 78, Sunday's at 85, and we will see a warming trend into next week. I'll give you a little secret. Next Wednesday, they're predicting it to be 101 degrees. So enjoy these cooler temps now because it's going to be hot. Now we'll go ahead and look at your national forecast, where the West Coast is a bit cooler and the South is experiencing a massive heat wave. Over in Seattle, it's about 66 degrees, San Francisco's 63, and LA 66. While the Midwest is extremely hot, Houston is at 82, Oklahoma City is around 88, and then Jacksonville, Florida is at 67. Now the East Coast, they're experiencing some cooler weather as well. New York at 66 and Boston at 64. All right, you guys, back to you.
Coming up after the break, we have your news on the national front and around the world.
And we'll have your dose of health as well. Stay tuned.
This financial advisor is being accused of committing one of the largest investment frauds in the history of the United States.
I guess we're not going to Aspen. That's fine. You see, I like tennis balls. He likes insider trading. So he's going to jail and I'm going to a shelter. And no, they're not the same thing. Shelters are for good pets that want to be adopted. Jails are for criminals. I did nothing. Uh-oh. Okay, I stole a cheeseburger once. I'm a dog.
It's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.
Now on the national and global front, we have Alexis Moffett with more news. Alexis, what's going on in the world?
Details have emerged earlier today of an apparent Boko Haram attack on a Nigerian village in which 150 people died, the latest in a series of attacks and abductions of schoolgirls attributed to the group. It's unclear what impact the attack could have on the international response to Nigeria's fight with Boko Haram, which so far has been concentrated on helping the government rescue the 276 girls. U.S. State Department spokesman Jen Psaki says U.S. officials will establish a coordination cell to provide intelligence, investigations, and hostage negotiation expertise. The Joint Coordination Cell will be established at the U.S. Embassy in the Nigerian capital, Abuja, and U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry said the work is expected to begin immediately. The Pentagon has started planning for how it can help Nigeria. Here's what Representative Sheila Jackson Lee said today outside the Nigerian Embassy in Washington.
We're asking the Nigerian government to establish a victims fund. We would like to have a special military unit separate from the Nigerian military forces. At that point, the United States may be able to add additional resources for that military unit, along with the support of what you will hear from other members, the African Union, and UN peacekeepers.
And a significant and symbolic victory of sorts for government forces in Syria. Rebel forces are getting on buses to evacuate their last stronghold in the city of Homs. It is part of a truce with the Syrian government where the rebels agreed to leave the old city and release some prisoners in exchange for safe passage and the delivery of humanitarian aid. Homs has been considered the cradle of the Syrian uprising. South Africans have started voting today, and for the first time in the country's history, those born after the end of apartheid will get a say in the country's future. More than 25 million people are registered to vote. Among them, about 650,000 are so-called born-frees, 18 and 19-year-olds born after the country's transition to democracy. And Rian Manser and his girlfriend Vasti Geldenhuys arrived in Miami earlier today. They were escorted and welcomed by the City of Miami Marine Patrol. The pair left Agadir, Morocco in December on a 1,500-pound rowboat named Spirit of Madiba in honor of Nelson Mandela. They are traveling without a support team, only carrying dried food and a saltwater converter. From Miami, the couple will continue rowing to their final destination. That's all from me with World News. Back to you guys.
Sexual assault on college campuses is an issue that many colleges face. President Obama is trying to do something about it. Here is Crystal Ruiz with the details.
Cal State Fullerton, along with universities in the U.S., are now required to take steps to prevent and help a victim of sexual assault. The Obama administration has already set up notalone.gov for resources to schools and students. Schools are also being requested to take surveys of their student population regarding sexual assault.
This gives a little bit more of assurance that something's going to get done.
On campus, there are resources like counseling and health services at free to low rates to help any student that might have gone through a sexual assault. The health center also offers free pamphlets that offer other options available.
It's trying to make sure that this becomes noticed and that schools are taking measures.
Students can find maps of the school to help them orient themselves and find where to go. There are also 187 blue emergency poles for anyone to use in case of an emergency. University police will promptly come to assess the situation.
1 in 5 women and 1 in 16 men are victims of an attempted or completed rape in college.
Tips for students on campus include being in groups of 2 or more when walking to and from class, and always being aware of your surroundings. Reporting for OC News, this is Crystal Ruiz.
Depression can leave people feeling lost, hopeless, and sad. There are numerous resources geared towards helping those who suffer. Our very own Amanda Newell spoke to one student here at Cal State Fullerton who created his own suicide prevention hotline. Let's take a look.
At least one point in your life, you'll cross paths with someone who suffers from depression. Could be a family member, a friend, someone in the grocery store. You just might never know who suffers from such sadness. One student here at Cal State Fullerton is making a difference in trying to help those who suffer from depression. He shares his story and why he wants to help.
Listen is a big thing. Don't interrupt. Let them vent. Let them get what they want to say out.
Patrick Fink is 20 years old, a sophomore here at Cal State Fullerton who's studying kinesiology. He's not your typical student. After going through a rough time in his life, he created his own suicide hotline to help others.
Always call someone, talk to someone. I mean, it's amazing how much talking can really help in a way.
According to the National Institute of Mental Health, 30% of college students reported feeling so depressed that it was difficult to function. Depression can affect one's personal life, but can also affect academics as well. It can cause severe health problems and can lead to smoking and drinking problems. Not only are college-age students affected, 1 in 10 U.S. adults, ages 45 through 64, reported being depressed. The Centers for Disease and Control and Prevention show that California is among the top states for having the most depressed adults. So why do you personally think people get depressed?
It can be multiple different things. Not fitting in for one of them. Maybe they're not comfortable in their own skin. It could be something like they're not meeting their parents' expectations of, getting straight A's.
Patrick's hotline has helped many people realize they do matter. He's stayed up for countless nights comforting those who need his help.
Coming out to their parents, they had kicked him out, and so he was debating whether it was over or not. But that was my 6-hour call.
After talking with Patrick about his hotline, I learned something quite interesting. He created this hotline because he once suffered from depression himself.
You know, it was an act, and I really didn't think that I wanted to keep going. And the thoughts started at age 11, and you know, they haven't really stopped. They never really stopped, but they get better at least. You know, there's days where you don't think about it at least.
After talking with Patrick about depression, I learned one thing that stood out the most. People who are suffering from such sadness are not alone. There are many resources out there, like Patrick's hotline, who are there for those people. If you or anyone you know who is suffering from depression, go ahead and pick up that phone and call a hotline. They're there to help you. Amanda Newell, OC News.
If you or anyone you know suffers from depression, don't hesitate to call the suicide hotline at 1-800-273-TALK. Most college students don't get enough sleep, especially with finals coming up. But in our health report, Kristen Goodwillie talks about the importance of sleep and friendship. Kristen?
Hi everyone. Everyone wants to have a great health, but if you're like me, stress, lack of sleep, and skipping meals can get in the way. But what if there was something that could make you happier, experience fewer health problems, and even live longer? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, it's not. In today's Health Minute, we examine the health benefits that our friends offer us.
Jackie Gage and Julie Catherman aren't blood relatives, but they consider themselves family.
Jackie and I have been friends for 35 years. We met as freshmen at University of Georgia, where we were sorority sisters at Alpha Gamma Delta. We have stayed friends whether we've lived 3,000 miles apart or lived in the same town.
They've seen each other through all of life's ups and downs. The secret to maintaining their friendship?
You just work at it all the time and let each other know that you're important in your lives.
Experts say there are health benefits from friendships that are often underappreciated.
People who have a good social support network and just frankly good friends do better. They cope with stress better, they seem to be healthier, and in some studies they actually live longer.
And they agree that this type of close relationship is an investment worth making.
It's much better to have 2 or 3 really close friends than a whole lot of casual acquaintances, because the deeper the friendship, the more benefits it has for us.
So what can you do?
Value your friendships, take the time and make them important.
It's just like that combined sense of force that gives you that kind of peaceful feeling that you're not alone.
To our friendship.
For today's Health Minute, I'm Holly Furfer.
Well, that definitely made me want to call on my friends. But while you're catching up, make sure you make time for yourself and sleep. We've long known that getting enough sleep is key to good health, but a new study suggests it might also be key to a good memory. It's not just about getting your beauty sleep. A new study says getting the right amount of sleep every night is important for maintaining your memory, especially in later life. The study done by Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston focused specifically on women, and researchers found that getting too much or too little sleep had an effect on memory. Some 15,000 women aged 70 and older were studied, and more memory problems were found among those who got less than 5 hours of sleep a night, or more than 9 hours a night. So it seems the long-held advice is true here, too. A balanced night's sleep every night is the route to a healthy mind. So sleep and hanging out with friends are my 2 tips for you. If you want to have a great memory, be happier, live longer, and have fewer health problems, then pick up the phone and call some friends. And make sure you get 7 to 8 hours of sleep every day. That's all for health today.
You know, it's funny though, I know with your REM cycles, it's 90 minutes. So if you're ever taking a nap, you should be taking it every 90 minutes to be the most rejuvenated when you wake up.
I love naps.
I do too. Well, still ahead on OC News. Wonder what's going into making a TV news program? Our own Jose Campos takes us behind the scenes of our show.
And it was a busy sports. The Titans men's golf team is headed to Illinois. We'll have details.
Titan Radio is Cal State Fullerton's own radio station located in the basement of Pollock Library. Students can stop by and pick up an application during operating hours. Anyone who has a computer and internet can listen to us www.titanradio.org. A lot of people who want to pursue TV and film usually start out in radio, so it's always a great opportunity.
Titan TV is a student-operated facility maintained by students.
It's on Cal State Fullerton campus, and it's a great opportunity for the Cal State Fullerton students to get hands-on experience directly in a studio environment.
Working with Titan TV puts me in this professional environment. Everyone here is really fun to work with, and everyone just gets along so well. I'm having a great time.
Special athletes from all over the area traveled to Cal State Fullerton this past weekend. Here's Alexis Moffett with the story.
Well, we came with our school. Every year, all the seniors, it's a senior privilege. The seniors get to come and help out. And it's just a really good experience to come and meet the kids and just a day where they can have fun.
Today we have played soccer. We have played the game over there. He got a tattoo, and yeah, that's what we've done. But it's just the beginning. I mean, we got other stuff to do.
Over 2,500 special athletes participated in today's events, and if you want to find out more, you could visit their Facebook page titled CSUF Special Games Day. For OC News, I'm Alexis Moffett reporting.
But from the green to the diamond and every pitch in between, Jesse Gawali and Kevin Harnden have the latest Fullerton sports news. I heard we have a player this year walking around campus. What's the scoop, Jesse?
You heard that right, Rebecca. Cal State's very own Mark Anguianu has been named the 2014 Big West Men's Player of the Year, and the honors don't stop there. The team's head coach, Jason Drotter, was named Coach of the Year for the second straight year. Anguiano is the first Titan to receive this honor after he shot an average of 69.72 strokes this season. Mark, who is a senior, finished in the top 5 9 times this year and claimed the school's first individual championship earlier this season at the Foligno Invitational. And for Coach, he led the team to top 5 finishes in all but 2 events this season. And just last week, the team celebrated their second consecutive conference title. To follow the action, they'll be playing in the men's AA championship this weekend as the number 10 team in the nation.
As Titans baseball swings into the last stretch of their season, their conference foes Riverside, Irvine, and Northridge await. This past weekend, the Titans battled out to a 2-2 record against Long Beach State, Dirtbags, and the UCLA Bruins. In the first 2 games of the series, the Titans needed some offense that just never came. Game 1 saw Long Beach's Andrew Rohrback shut the Titans out, striking out 9. Thomas Eshelman also pitched well with 8 innings of work, but the offense couldn't help out his cause as Fullerton lost 1-0. In Game 2, the Titans could only secure 1 extra base hit from Tanner Pinkston, but failed to score a run for the second straight game. Long Beach State dropped in 5 runs, and the Titans would fall 5-0. To salvage the series, The Titans bounced back in a game that was never close. Graham Weiss pitched a gem while Matt Chapman drove in a pair. The Titans had 6 runs, crossed home plate, and a lopsided victory. After their weekend matches, the focus shifted to UCLA just last night. The Titans all participated in the action with 8 players recording 1 hit, but it was Matt Chapman's 3rd inning home run that made the difference and won the game for Fullerton 1-0.
Fullerton and UC Davis lit up the softball diamond in their 3-game series last weekend. The Titans seized Game 1 5-4 and needed a walk-off hit by Eliza Crawford, who knocked one out of the park in the 1st inning. The Titans kept their foot on the gas in Game 2 and won 10-5. In the 3rd game of this series, and with a 3-2 lead heading into the 4th, the Titans made some costly errors and allowed 2 home runs as they watched their lead and the game disappear. At 30-21 on the season, softball heads into the last series of the season against Cal State Northridge this weekend.
Tomorrow is draft day in the National Football League. With a deep class of talents this year, it'll be exciting to see who comes out with the best players. Will the Cleveland Browns turn their franchise around with 3 picks in the top 35? Will Johnny Football be the next Drew Brees? Will the Houston Texans trade down from the #1 pick? With so much draft day drama, I'm sure you'll be joining me as I'm glued to my television tomorrow night. That'll do it for sports. Back to you guys.
Thanks, guys. It's time now for your trend report. Especially when it comes to Hollywood, there is always something going on with Princess of Twerk, Miley Cyrus. The pop star was hospitalized recently and rumors flared about a possible drug overdose. Cyrus says that is not the case. Dave Stewart has those stories and more in today's Hollywood Minute.
Miley Cyrus is finally resuming her Bangers tour. She tweeted the European leg is picking back up as planned. Cyrus had to postpone the tour twice due to an allergic reaction. Her first show back was Tuesday night in London. Emma Stone is set to star in Woody Allen's next film. Variety reports the actress has been cast in the untitled project alongside Joaquin Phoenix. Stone and Allen have worked together before on the upcoming Magic in the Moonlight. Allen's last film, Blue Jasmine, won star Cate Blanchett a Best Actress Oscar. And Orange is the New Black sentence has been extended. Star Laura Prepon posted the news to her Instagram page, along with a photo of possible Season 3 titles. Season 2 is set to premiere on June 6th. For Hollywood Minute, I'm Dave Stewart.
People love juicy gossip. All right, so school is over in less than a week, which means summer is basically here. There are some exciting things to look forward to in the world of entertainment. With the Billboard Music Awards on May 18th at MGM in Vegas, Pop-Tart Katy Perry kicks off her Prismatic Tour June 22nd. Just yesterday, Roberto Cavalli Instagrammed sketches of her chic outfits fans will be able to see all summer. Let's take it to Sarah Toronto-Rod with your latest in entertainment news. Sarah?
First iHeartRadio Music Awards took place last week at the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles. And as an intern for Clear Channel, I got the hookup and was able to go. Shout out to Clear Channel. And celebrities had great table seating in front of the stage. Usher, Shakira, Ariana Grande, Pitbull, and Blake Shelton are just some of the artists who performed. The event paid tribute to LA, and artists shared their Los Angeles story. Rihanna was the big winner of the night, taking home 4 big trophies, including Song of the Year and Artist of the Year. And speaking of Riri, she has been kicked off Instagram. Well, I'm being a little dramatic. We're not sure why she got kicked off or why it's coming up as user not found. Maybe she deleted it or maybe Instagram did. It's still unclear, but the racy singer is known for posting borderline inappropriate pictures. Rihanna posted this picture of her French magazine cover, and it was removed from Instagram because it violated their no nudity policy. Rihanna fired back, though, mocking Instagram with this picture. Hopefully, Instagram allows her to keep her profile because she's one of my only favorite celebs that post crazy and fun pictures on a regular. And since we're already talking about Rihanna, let me just mention that it's been reported that she left her longtime label, Def Jam, and has joined Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z's Rock Nation. Jay-Z was president of Def Jam when he signed 17-year-old Rihanna. Then he left the label in 2009 to start his very own Rock Nation label. Rihanna's legacy in Def Jam is joined with other huge artists, including Ashanti, Beastie Boys, and of course, Mariah Carey. But the most important breaking news of all is that the gorgeous NBC The Voice judge Adam Levine has gone platinum blonde. The sexy singer took to Twitter to share his new look. I personally am not really digging the blonde. Go back to brown, Adam. You were perfect the way you were. Well, that's all I got for you guys. Back to you.
Thanks, Sarah. I think you should go platinum.
You know, I thought about it, but I don't think anyone would recognize me, so.
I think you'd look great.
I'll think about it, you know?
Well, our semester is coming to an end, and it's been bittersweet for many of us. This is our last OC News for this semester.
And for some of us, it's our last college course. We are graduating. Well, I am. I hear you'll be back next year, Dylan.
Yeah, I'll be back, and I'll be part of OC News. So we thought it might be quite fitting to end the semester, the show, and some of our college careers with a look behind the scenes. Jose Campos has the story.
It all starts on the same day, in the classroom, the studio, and with the people you see every Wednesday in OC News.
News is brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton.
Every student enrolled in the production class, including the faculty advisor, provides ideas, feedback, and stories that will be included in OC News.
What I enjoy most about being able to, be in this class is just the variety of everything that I've been able to cover. I've done world news to movies to sports, so it's a variety of topics, and each week prior we decide what we're going to do, and then I go home and I research, and it gives me more understanding of what I'm covering and talking about for the day.
But it's not all about the TV talent. It's also about the students and faculty members who work behind the scenes to bring you the latest information.
As a producer, I actually start the night before, so I make the rundown of the new newscast for the day before, and I'll come in at 1 p.m. The class doesn't start until 2:30, so I just want to get here early, and I put everything together, ask everyone, whoever's doing a segment, get their scripts in before 3:30, since the show starts at 4. You just want to make sure that everyone's doing their stuff, is on time. If they need help, help them with maybe downloading footage, exporting videos.
Journalism students at Cal State Fullerton also have the opportunity of learning and getting involved in every activity that will help them improve and develop the skills needed for any job in the industry.
Aside from the technical skills, I learned a lot of professionalism that is reference to the industry that we're, hoping to grow into. I learned a lot about work ethic as well, which I think are very valuable tools that will determine one's success in the industry, where it's not just technical, it's, a lot of personality skills as well.
Students also get to network and create memories that will last forever.
OC News starts right now!
The energy and motivation of every student is what makes OC News one of the most successful shows. Reporting from Fullerton, I'm Jose Campos.
I'm going to do it for us here at OC News. I'm Rebecca Walzak.
And I'm Dylan Lohano.
We'll see you next year.
Bye, guys.